Be right. Lou Barletta has stopped by, and I called you Lou, so now I'm probably going to be chastised by the audience when I meant to say United States Congressman Lou Barletta has stopped by.
Well, people still call me the mayor, and I'll always be the mayor, so my real name is Lou, so I'm not offended.
All right. Just to clear that up before we start the interview, here you are in town and in person. So what brings you to northeastern Pennsylvania?
Well, we're back in the district, so we're traveling around, and we happen to be in the neighborhood, so I had a few minutes, and I thought, let me come in and say hello.
Well, it's great of you to do so because there is so much going on in Washington that we are watching very, very carefully. Certainly the situation with, you've just resolved this issue which almost shut down the United States government, and to me that's unacceptable behavior. Well,
it was really last year's business that we were trying to take care of, something that should have been done last year, but it's just the preview of what's to come. Really, the big battle and the biggest arguments will be coming on whether or not we raise the debt ceiling or not, and the 2012 budget that Congressman Paul Ryan has proposed. But I think, Sue, with what we just heard with the Standard and Poor warning, should be another wake-up call to those in Washington that may still be asleep at the wheel.
Now, Tim Geithner has made statements that we should not heed that warning, or that warning is inaccurate. From your perspective, what do you think?
Sue, we are spending $1 trillion a year more than we take in. Our debt now is at $14.3 trillion. If anyone in Washington still believes that we do not have a financial crisis ready to crush this country and destroy opportunities for the next generation, then I don't know what else has to happen.
Well, even in California, the very liberal Governor Jerry Brown is making cuts.
So foreigners are buying our debt. We now 47% of our debt is owned by foreigners, China being the number one. We rely on foreign countries for our fuel, for our gas, and we are relying on foreigners for lending us money. We are putting America's sovereignty in danger here by not getting our fiscal house in order, and it's just very clear to many in Washington, although not so clear to some.
And even we've been seeing stories that Canadian citizens are interested in Arizona property. We're hearing evidence that China, they own a lot of our debt. Now they're looking at the United States corporations as things that they would like to buy. That's very troubling.
It's a dangerous road we're going on as a nation, but we do have an opportunity to change that course and turn this ship around, and that's what we're trying to do in Washington, and we're going to hold fast. I believe the debt ceiling debate will be a defining moment for this Congress and this generation on whether or not we are serious about turning America back into a nation that is a land of opportunity for each and every generation that comes after us. I believe we have a responsibility to our children and grandchildren not to throw piles of debt onto that generation to try to fix the problems that those behind us created.
The president gave a speech last week talking about budgetary proposals, and he invited Paul Ryan to sit in the audience, and then he basically dismantled Paul Ryan. What do you think about that?
Well, the president in his State of the Union speech drew a line in the sand and said he was going to freeze spending, which was at record levels, so he wanted to continue to spend at record levels for the next 5 years. And it's amazing, he apparently took a mulligan or a do-over, and now he has decided he maybe wants to cut a little, and that certainly doesn't seem like a president that has a firm grip on the direction that the country's going. That we don't really know where he's at, but I'm very sure where at least the House of Representatives is at. We are committed to cutting this government spending that is out of control. and to try to get this fiscal house in order.
Yeah, but you may be touching some of the third rails of what our debt is and their Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. Are you afraid to touch those rails?
No, so we have to. We have to touch it. There's no other answer if we want to be honest with the American people, and even if it means our own political careers, we are committed to straightening out and making sure that Medicare is there for the next generation. Now, it's very important for senior citizens to know that this does not involve them. Anyone 55 years or older, nothing changes.
Would you like to repeat that?
Anyone 55 years or older, nothing changes at all. So, I know this scare seniors has been something that they've been doing, especially around here, for some time, at least since I've put my name on the ballot. But that was Paul Ryan's. Now, I voted against a plan that would have affected senior citizens, and that plan was defeated. Paul Ryan's does not. If you're 55 years or older, nothing changes. However, if we do nothing, Medicare goes bankrupt in the next 9 years, and we need to make sure it's there for younger Americans.
Well, I would like that to be discussed, and certainly if things need to be changed, they need to be changed for the good of the future, for the people of maybe our generation when these things come along. I saw a story today about they're already looking at fundraising. It's amazing to me. It's April, and they're looking at fundraising for next year, and they're saying that yours is not as I guess high as it should be. What do you think about that? It seems like people are saying, well, Lou Barletta's not popular because he's not raised a lot of money. Do you think your fundraising is anemic? Do you care about it at this point?
No. I mean, my first 100 days, I've been focused on getting this country back on its feet again, and I know why the people here sent me to Washington, and that's what I'm committed to doing. They've targeted this race. It's been one of the top 10 targeted races in the country, so I don't even have my pictures on the wall yet in Washington, and the political machines are at work, but so be it, Sue. I am, as I said, I am so committed into what I'm doing, and it's a great time to be in Washington. It's a historical time where the freshman class that is there has been sent there to take its government back, and we are holding fast and firm, and I'm going to continue to do that, and the fundraising will happen, and I'll worry about that as we go, but we have business to take care of right now.
Where's your next stop today?
I am going to the Wilkes-Barre Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to go tour the incubator over there, so I'm happy to be able to stop by and say hello.
Tell John Augustine we say hello.
Will do.
Okay, United States Congressman Lou Barletta on WILK. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks, Sue.
You're listening on 910 Scranton.